The Rams look to stay undefeated as they welcome in another AAC opponent to the Dome. Bluefield takes on Columbia International here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Hello everybody, Bailey Angle, glad to have you with us. Bluefield, a very tough swing for this team, head coached by Richard Morgan. Rams last night were in Ohio and actually won that game against Rio Grande 61-54, but a notable look for Bluefield. No David Tripp in the lineup today. He is on crutches and is wearing a boot. So now for Bluefield, what will they do to make up for such a solid starter that David Tripp has been? Up against Columbia International right now at 2-3 and 1-2 in the AAC, going up with their starting lineup: Damian Herta, number 1, the freshman, or rather the forward, and a senior, number 3, Brandon Doss, Julius Chamble, Corey Benton, and Jeff McElwain. McElwain, the big, tall 5, we saw him pump a couple of dunks in the warm-up session. And for the Rams, looking to go with Donnell Gooch as well as Jeremiah Jenkins, Taekwon Reed, Jorge Concepcion, and making a start, it will likely be Brandon Shields, freshman from Fairmont, West Virginia. He is ready to go onto the floor. Rams undefeated. This is a good Bluefield College team. They have found their groove. They look like they're having fun playing with each other. And Taekwon Reed certainly has amped it up for Bluefield. And the Rams, for the first time, they didn't look like they had as much depth last year. And then all of the returners back for Bluefield that really make them a threat. Gooch at 6'9", up against McElwain, right around the same height, and he swats it into the backcourt. It will go to Bluefield. Going to be tracked down that time by Corey Benton, and we are underway. After goes into the backcourt, Rams going right to left here in the Dome. Shields hands off right wing, Taekwon Reed goes up towards the top of the arc, passes in the left wing. Jeremiah Jenkins off a head fake, feeds Shields in the right wing, launches a 3, and now the scoreboard is out. So the scoreboard is off early on, and I wish I could say I'm surprised, but at least we get this started early to try to get this all figured out. So the scoreboard is completely off. No shot clock, no scores, no fouls, anything. So we're going to take a break and make sure they put this back up. Still 0-0. We're going to say about 5 seconds into the game. So the scoreboard is back on, and that only took 8 seconds. 1952 now goes to 1950. 0-0 the score. Left to right goes Columbia International, and the shot clock never started. On the front seat of the struggle bus here today. It really isn't that difficult. Now trying to get the shot clock to the appropriate time. And they get it down to 24 seconds. Columbia International waiting for the pass in. Clock is down to 19:43. Bluefield trying to be undefeated. Columbia International making the trip up and now have been told to stop playing 2 times. We are 19 seconds in. Now a pass inbounds finally as it's snatched to the backcourt by Brandon Doss for Columbia International. Swinging the ball around on the left side, it's Chamble. Goes cross-court, passes into the corner, skates in towards the paint and makes the floater fall. So Corey Benton gets the opening basket of the game, and Columbia International is up by 2. You remember watching Bluefield in their first couple of games here at the Dome, they get off to a pretty slow start. And in that last game that they won here at home against Bryan, they actually were losing at half, but now Taekwon Reed takes the lead right back for Bluefield. It's 3-2 from the top of the key. Going down, under, and the looping left-handed layup falls for Julius Chamble. Make that 4-2 now in favor, or 4-3 rather, in favor of Columbia International. Pass down low to Donnell Gooch. Reverse layup, kiss off the glass is good. With 18:50 left in the first half, Rams take the lead right back. It is now 5-4. Around the arc now on the left wing, it's Herta. Swings it out onto the right side for Doss. Passes in the corner. Once again, Chamble swings top of the key. All trying to get around this Rams zone defense. 15 to shoot, 18.5 minutes to play. Chamble lobs down low to McElwain. Spins on the right block. Hook shot, right hand, rolls in. 6-5, lead right back to CIU. Both teams just trading baskets early on. First 2 minutes of play. Taekwon Reed, the senior from North Carolina, takes the ball up. Rams looking for an open look. Taekwon Reed has been able to pump those threes early. Now Jorge Concepcion has it as he passes into the right wing. The sophomore Jenkins nails a 3. Everybody for the Rams is not scared to chuck it up from beyond the arc. 8-6, Rams up by 2. Herta swings top of the arc once again, and Chamble passes on to the right side for Corey Benton. Around the arc they go, almost hit that sideline on the far end as the entry pass is picked away by Donnell Gooch. Here comes Jorge Concepcion, galloping into the left wing, bounces right side, Brandon Shields, swings top of the key, Taekwon Reed, pumps a pass out near the sideline, and Jorge Concepcion picks it up in front of the bench. Goes towards the free throw line, shoots, and scores from 15 feet away to give Bluefield a 10-6 lead. 17:22 left to go in the first half. And the Rams defense stays strong here as Brandon Doss has it as the top of the circle. Rams lining up in the zone once again. Jenkins at the top of the arc. Here's Doss, picks up the dribble, swings it down low to Benton. Good feed to McElwain, who reverses under the layup and kisses it off the glass. 10-8, Rams leading by 2 still. Flat 17 minutes left in the first half. Jenkins hands it off to Concepcion. Everybody on the Rams right now, this is their best scoring lineup. Taekwon Reed underhands Jeremiah Jenkins on a left-handed dribble, angles into the left elbow, shoots and misses as the ball clonks off of the back iron. CIU going the other way as Benton has a high step, steps into a 3 from the left wing and sinks it to give CIU the 11-10 lead. Well, Columbia International pumping these long shots. Meanwhile, for Bluefield, Taekwon Reed fails to answer there from the left wing on his own. 16-20. On a hard drive, passes top of the key, Benton, head fake, left wing triple, air ball, sends the ball right back to Bluefield. So for Corey Benton, he's had the green light to shoot these deep shots. Now a bit of a size mismatch as Julius Chamble provides the defense, pass down low to Brandon Shields as the Rams get it across into the front court. Now they'll slow it down with 16 minutes left to go. Jeremiah Jenkins goes on the right side, cross-court lob in the left wing, Taekwon Reed. Euro step straight to the cup and scores with a right hand off of the window. 15:53 left to go in the first half, and the Rams take the lead right back at 12-11. Chamble onto the right side, passes top of the key, Benton, a crossover dribble as he steps onto the left side, hands off McElwain, left block, who zips the ball right back to the top in Damian Herta. Rams defense forcing CIU to draw up something new on the offensive end. Herta at the top of the arc, a stutter step, lobs it up to McElwain, jump stop, and kisses it off the glass. Boy, McElwain is making Gooch pay in the left and right blocks, and he is winning the battles in the low post. 13-12 in favor of CIU. Feed in the near corner, Brandon Shields, and the West Virginia native drains the triple from the near corner. 15-13, Rams take the lead right back. It's a 2-point lead for Bluefield as CIU has been able to answer early on in these first 5 minutes of play. 15 minutes on the clock as Benton. His turnaround jumper can't fall from the free throw line, and McElwain ties up with Donnell Gooch. Gets a quick talking to from Richard Morgan in his 10th season, of course, a former UVA star. Scored 1,000 points in Charlottesville. Now some substitutions. Jamble going out, and now into the game, it's Tyrone Dantzler Jr., the junior from Orangeburg, South Carolina. Now Dantzler stepping up man-to-man defense on Jeremiah Jenkins, who's in a double team as he swings the ball near side. Rams get it across the timeline. Taekwon Reed feeds to Jenkins, and then the alley-oop. Nae'Qwan Cousins coming off of the bench and slamming it down. Herta on the other end, his three-pointer no good. Rebound crawled in by Elijah Spalding. Rams try to hoop it up, and they did there successfully. Here's Dantzler, entry pass down to Spalding, and the hook shot goes in. Winning the matchups down low, 17-15, still a 2-point lead. Nae'Qwan Cousins, probably the best athlete for Bluefield, and he certainly showed why there. 14 minutes to play. Taekwon Reed, Euro step. He can't stick the layup in, but a foul is called on the shot, and it's a late whistle. Official called that one on Tyrone Dantzler Jr. after the ball had already rolled out. So it'll be 2 shots for Taekwon Reed. 17-15. Rams up by 2 with 14:01 left to play in the first half. Reed's been a pretty solid free throw shooter for Bluefield. Rams going right to left. More fans checking in here as Taekwon Reed flicks the left wrist and scores to make it a 3-point game, 18-15. Just now joining us, Bluefield College women won today in that first matchup. Picked up their second AAC win, now are 3-5. Taekwon Reed bends the knees, shoots, and scores. 19-15, Rams up by 4. So Benton takes the ball up, and Herta has it in the corner. Passing the ball around, a new guard in Eric Bennett Jr. So Bennett Jr. hands off Benton, top of the key with 15 to shoot. Rams defense has stifled CIU's little handoffs on the outside of the arc. Now taking the ball right back towards the top. Another 3 for Benton from the left wing, no good, but a rebound for Dantzler Jr. as he swings it up top to Bennett. Fresh shot clock with 13.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Benton down, and he walked into the left block. So Corey Benton on the dribble drive couldn't keep the ball corralled to him. So 19-15, 13:26 left in the first half. Kyron Bolden enters the game. And Ben Grove comes in for Donnell Gooch. Oh, Gooch was getting victimized on a couple of passes down low. Have to see if Ben Grove can change that for Bluefield. 13:26 left in the first half. Here's Jenkins as he jogs the ball right to left. Rams have hit a couple of threes, but they are trying to go down low much more in this game. Micah Jenkins feeds Nae'Qwan Cousins, angles into the paint, chucks up a layup, no good. It's tipped out to Taekwon Reed in the left wing. He fires a 3 and misses, and a rebound falling for the CIU Rams for Tyrone Dantzler Jr. Dantzler Jr. a step back 3 in the right wing, launches and misses as Nae'Qwan Cousins jumps up in the paint to snatch that ball away. Rams still operating with a 4-point lead as Jeremiah Jenkins pops a 3 in transition. Can't get the rebound as Bennett has it in the backcourt. Going left to right very quickly, a new man in as Zach Norris has it in the corner. Working the ball around the arc, Bolden feeds top of the key. And for Dantzler Jr., he decides to launch a 3 and misses from the top of the circle as well. 12.5 minutes to go. Rams still operating with a 4-point lead as Concepcion sprints his way onto the right block and is fouled on the layup. Shot does not go, but Bluefield will have their leading scorer from a season ago go straight to the line. Jorge Concepcion III. He's been spotty at times as well, especially in the first halves of games at the Dome. But now hits his first free throw. Concepcion. His shot, no good, and it's taken down. So left to right, he makes 1 of 2, 20-15 the score. Swing out to Bolden, arcs up a 3 from the left wing and misses. Now Taekwon Reed pulls it down, going right to left very quickly. Passes in the near corner for Jorge Concepcion, pops a 3, rattles away, no good. Rebound for Zach Norris for this team from Columbia, South Carolina. 12 minutes flat left to go in this one as Bolden has a high dribble, almost palmed it there, and Bennett Jr. decides to chuck it up, misses, ball's tipped around in the paint and snatched out of the air by Ben Grove. CIU has no rhythm so far. They're just going for these long threes. Jenkins backs out from the left wing and tries to slow it down with 11:40 to play. Now he steps up, jumps and misses from the left wing. This is not a three-point shooting clinic. Dantzler Jr. gallivants that ball across the timeline with 11.5 minutes to go. Passes to Bolden and a bump in the top of the arc as Jeremiah Jenkins brought up Kyron Bolden. Physical bump there with Jeremiah Jenkins. That's the first foul on Bluefield and the first foul on Jeremiah Jenkins. Olatunji Ibafemi into the game, as well as Isaiah Tatum. Timeout called by CIU, and that brings us to our first break. 11:28 left to go in the first half. Rams leading by 5. Rams up 20-15 over CIU as we come out of the timeout with 11 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the first half. Around the arc, the CIU Rams go as now a 3 is missed from the top of the arc from Brandon Doss, and it's snatched out of the air by Naekwon Cousins. Taekwon Reed feeds Cousins, elevates, and swings a reverse layup into the basket, 22-15. Rams up by 7, and they move quickly in transition as Benton feeds the Doss into the right wing. Around the arc they go as Norris steps into a 3 and misses. The three-point woes continue for Columbia International as Tatum skates the ball across midcourt and will stop at the top of the circle and wait for everybody to join him. Naekwon Cousins into the right wing. Stepping up against Norris and pops a mid-range. Swish. Falling in front of the Bluefield student section. Gets no foul called. Make that 24-15. Rams up by 9. Down the arc they go. Dantzler, Euro step. Gets no sort of physicality there from Ben Grove, and he missed the layup. Pulled down by Taekwon Reed. Passes to Tatum. Around the arc they go. Ibafemi swings down low in the left block for Ben Grove. Hook shot, Kareem style, rattles out. That was a great basketball move, but he couldn't finish there. On the other end, here comes Brandon Doss in CIU. Norris from the right wing thought about a 3, instead gave it on the left side to Brandon Doss as he jumps, feeds and down low, and it's bumped out of bounds off of the hands of Naekwon Cousins, who's trying to get it to Spalding, and Spalding couldn't bring it in, so now he is taken out. Bringing way more size into the game for CIU, the head coach Tony Stockman in his first season. As Jeff McElwain goes in, as well as Chamble. Inbounds pass, down low, Spansler lost the ball, swung out, and the shot falls for Chandler. 24-17, 9:50 left to go in this first half. Rams leading by 7. Taekwon Reed hoping for help, instead backs it up onto the right wing. Now he steps into the paint, lost the ball, but he was physically bumped there. It'll be a foul, and the fourth one called on CIU as a team. Trying to pass it out to the left wing. So Taekwon Reed will take it from the far sideline and try to throw this ball in. That's the first foul called on Corey Benton in this game. Team fourth. Reed pops a pass into Tatum. Goes from right to left, into the left block. He spins, shoots, and scores from about 10 feet out. Good job from the left side of the paint to give Bluefield now a 9-point lead at 26-17. Long scoring drought for CIU, and it's because of passes like that. The feed down low picked away by Ben Grove as he had no size advantage over McElwain. Here's Taekwon Reed, lobs it out in the corner for Olatunji Ibafemi. Spins around trying to gather his dribble, picks it up and underhands to Reed. No look pass to Isaiah Tatum, pumps a three and swishes. 29-17, Rams up by 12. Great pass from Taekwon Reed. He wasn't even looking at Tatum there, who jumped in the face of the defender and hit the triple. 8:58 left to go. Another entry pass to McElwain. Ball's tipped away, and Ibafemi comes up with it. Underhands to Taekwon Reed. Rams operating with a 12-point lead now. 8:49 left to go in the first half. New man in for Bluefield, the guard Kevon Wright, as he shoots from the side of the free throw line, and he misses. So 8.5 minutes to go now, going straight down the lane. Spansler underhands to McElwain. His hook shot can't go, and Ibafemi comes up with another offensive board, or rather defensive board. 8 minutes, 25 seconds. Rams slowing it down. Tatum on that crossover dribble, pops a pass over on the left side for Ibafemi, who hands off to Wright at the top of the key. Underhands Ibafemi in the right wing, a stutter step move, shoots from mid-range, and it swirls out. Richard Morgan thought that was going in. He wanted that move to be the highlight, as Ibafemi's shot has certainly improved from last season. Now moving on the other end, Rams called for a foul as CIU will have a pass in. That's only the second foul for Bluefield. .802 left to go in this game. And Brandon Doss will try to throw it in from the left side of the basket. Zips it into Chamble, underhands Horta on the left wing. Back up top to Chamble. Crossover, dribble, Euro step in the lane. Layup can't go, and the ball is bobbled but picked away by Tatum in the backcourt. Bluefield going right to left. Here comes Tatum into the lane, underhands Grove, and Grove stepped out of the way. It was possible that Bluefield's forward there thought that the ball had gone off of CIU. He was letting the ball go out. But instead, it'll go to CIU. Rams leading 29-17, 7:46 left to go. Rams up by 12 over the Rams of South Carolina. Doss passes on the other side. That's Herta. Angles in the lane, chucks it up with the right hand, no good on the layup, and it's pulled down by Jenkins. See what the small point guard can do for Bluefield. He's popped a couple of threes already. Ibafemi underhands on the far side. Taekwon Reed, pump fake, now shoots for three. Too hard, and the dunk putback goes for Wright. That's the highlight of his Bluefield career so far. The freshman from Greensboro, North Carolina, elevating and making it 31-17. Rams clicking on all cylinders against Columbia International as Benton shoots and swishes from the right wing to quiet that Bluefield bench. Makes it 31-20, 7 minutes flat left in the first half. Passes at the top of the key, Ibafemi underhands right. Now into the corner goes Jeremiah Jenkins. Zips it past top of the key to Taekwon Reed. Feeds it over to Ibafemi. 10 to shoot. Fires from the right elbow. Back iron, no good. Wright coming out of nowhere to clap in that offensive board. Ben Grove fires from 5. No good again. Wright battling with McElwain. And McElwain kept that ball alive. Looked like he had possibly put that foot onto the baseline. Now a pass in the far corner. CIU's Herta. Shoots for 3 and swishes. Makes it an 8-point game. If CIU hits the threes, it is going to be a tough game for Bluefield. Rams led by double digits just moments ago. Now it's an 8-point game. 6:10 left in this one. Jeremiah Jenkins bumps for separation. Crossover dribble, rolls it over to Ibafemi unintentionally. Taekwon Reed has it at the top of the circle with 6 minutes to go. His pass goes awry as Ibafemi was trying to cut back in, and the communication was not there. So Ibafemi goes to the sideline in a frustrated manner with 6 minutes flat left in the game. Going left to right is Benton. And on the right side, he will slow it down with 5:50 left. Nobody is moving at the moment, and he is just dribbling it out. CIU has not called a play. This is bizarre, folks. Absolutely no one is moving as Benton steps into a three, can't hit it. Stick back can't go as it's blocked by Grove. That was a shot by Jacob Cook, who's going right back to the basket. Misses the layup as he's trucked down to the floor. No foul called with 5.5 minutes to go. Taekwon Reed met up in a wall by Chamble, and that'll be a foul, a reach in on the guard for CIU. The fourth foul turns into the fifth foul as a team. That's the first foul going for Julius Chamble. CIU lining up in a man-to-man now. Jeremiah Jenkins goes right to left. Parks out onto the right wing, keeps that dribble going, and a foul is called on Bluefield. Block called on Naquan Cousins. That's his first foul. And a team's third for Bluefield with 5:19 left in the first half. Inbounds pass is clear to Eric Bennett Jr., another point guard for CIU. They have really worked a couple of new guards into the system every time. Bennett Jr. has it in underhands to Herta, gives it right back to the point guard, and that's going to be a backcourt violation as Bennett bobbled it in the right wing, and the ball trickled all the way over the timeline. 31-23, Rams up by 8. Rams have it back. Jeremiah Jenkins hasn't scored in a while, but he's trying to create opportunities as Jorge Concepcion captures the ball in the right wing and returns it back to the point guard, and Jenkins steps into a three from the top of the circle, and he must have heard us up here. 34-23, Rams back up by 11 with 4:45 left in the first half. Rams threes are going. Jenkins is already alley-oop Naquan Cousins at one point in this game. A few highlights for Bluefield. Pass onto the right side. Another chance for Dantzler Jr. and a three for Herta in the right wing. No good. Off of the backboard it goes, and then it's corralled in by Ben Grove. Now Jenkins going right to left, passes in the left wing. Jorge Concepcion goes to the right, off the screen, fires from the free throw line. No good. Front rim, and it's pulled down by Herta. Rams still up by 11 over CIU. 4:10 left to go as Bennett fires from the free throw line and drills the 15-footer. 34-25. Here comes Bluefield right with a Euro step, hooks the right hand and can't score, but a foul is called on the layup effort. That'll put Eric Bennett Jr. into the books for the 16th foul for CIU and the first foul for Bennett. Out of the game goes Jacob Cook. McElwain back in. 4:04 left. Pass in the corner. Kevin Wright fires a three and misses. Back iron, no good. So CIU coming away with another rebound. They have made this a 9-point game. Bennett passes to Dantzler Jr. in the corner. Swings top of the key and now moving all around. Bennett cross-court lob to Dantzler. A head fake, enters inside the paint. Lost the ball, and it's a double dribble. So it was almost stolen away, but it counted as a dribble for Dantzler. Picked it back up and started dribbling again. .343 left in this first half. Rams leading by 9. Led by as much as 12. Jenkins rolls the ball towards the top of the mid-court line. All the shooters out for Bluefield now. Jenkins goes in the right side and passes to the corner. Naquan Cousins is not there. And Jenkins thought that that ball was deflected. Rams with a couple of frustrating turnovers. But fortunately for Bluefield, they have been matched with some pretty ugly three-point shots for CIU. 3.5 minutes to go. Here's Doss as he walks into the right wing, passes to Benton. Benton on a shimmy shake move, drives inside, floats from 10 feet, and misses from the top of that free throw line. Jeremiah Jenkins passing Over on the right side for Jorge Concepcion. Steps into a long two, too short. Naquan Cousins able to pick away the air ball and slam it in with two hands, 36-25. 3:05 left to go in the first half. And the Rams stay undefeated this year. Right now at 5-0, they want a 3-0 start in the AAC. Passing the ball all around as now Herta angles in, misses the layup, but the putback falls from the left block from Jeff McElwain to make it 36-27. Rams have been a little sloppy offensively, especially when those shots don't go, as Jeremiah Jenkins works left off the screen, misses the shot, and is tipped out to Chamble for CIU. Going left to right, swings it towards the top of that midcourt line, and Herta hands off to Dawes. Spins it down onto Dawes, or Herta rather, in the corner, as his Euro step move, tip in the air, ball is loose, Benton has it, underhands McElwain, and the layup can't go, but a foul is called. Very erratic style of defense there. Taekwon Reed was going for the ball and tried to gather it in, so Bluefield would have a sure chance at a fast break there. That'll be two shots for the big man. First shot for McElwain, nothing but net. .218 left in this game, 36-28 the score. Bluefield has slowed down just a tad bit here. Very quiet Dome Gymnasium. Second shot can't fall, and it's tipped out to Naquan Cousins. New point guard in for Bluefield, taking the ball up. It's Trent Dunn, first time we have seen him in this game. Underhands Taekwon Reed, top of the arc, steps it up and picks it back up to Naquan Cousins, who now he fires a three and misses. Picked away with 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Taking the ball left to right. Here comes Doss. A chest pass into the right wing. Goes Shamble as he slipped up at the free throw line. His pass is tipped as he gathers it and gives it right back to Benton. Herta from the far corner, and now the passing continues. A lob down low to McElwain. He's physically unmatched there, but the ball's tipped back out. Shamble fires a three, rattles away, no good. A whistle and a foul going on CIU as Ben Grove was bumped all the way over into that far corner. .36-28. It's been a slow-moving game so far. There's now Ben Grove will go to the line. That's McElwain's second foul, team seventh, so it'll be a 1-and-1. Grove, a freshman from Atlanta, Georgia. The Rams lose a player from Atlanta last year in Stanthony Nelms, and now they gain another. One and one for Bluefield, and Taekwon Reed steps up on the left side of the paint. First shot for Grove, can't hit it. And now the ball goes right back to Benton and CIU with a minute and a half remaining. Here's Benton, angles in on the left side, carries in the lane, and he's fouled to stop the clock once again. All kinds of fouls, a chippy game. And it will be two shots for Benton. Well, the game got started off 9 seconds in, the scoreboard shut off. And then about 5 seconds after that, we were trying to get the shot clock correct. And after that, a total of 12 fouls called. Trying to wipe up the sweat in the paint. Had a game right before this. It's pretty hot in the Dome today, ladies and gentlemen. It's not that cold outside. It did snow in Bluefield yesterday. Got up to around 52 degrees. Of course, there's no air conditioning here. And that fan at the top of the Dome is not running. First shot for Benton, nothing but net. Makes it 36-29, fighting it right back to a 7-point lead. Gooch back into the game. Ben Grove gets a break. See if Gooch can match up with McElwain a bit better. Grove bends the knees, or rather Benton, as he hits the shot again. 36-30, a 6-point deficit. CIU has crawled back. 1:20 left to go in the first half. Dunn bounces onto the left wing for Taekwon Reed. Off a Gooch screen, goes towards the top of the arc, nowhere to go on the pick and roll. Spins around, fires a mid-range, rattles around, no good, and McElwain pulls down the defensive rebound. Minute 5 left for CIU to try to tie this up going into half. Benton at the top of the key, a stutter step move, crosses over and passes to Dantzler Jr. Now he dishes further into the corner for Holden, and to the right wing they go. Dantzler in the corner with 13 to shoot, bounces down low to McElwain. He's in trouble, out of a double team, almost lost the ball, swings it out to Dantzler, who fires a three and hits from the right wing. 3-point game, 36-33, 38 seconds left before half. CIU was down by as much as 12, and they have been able to make this a ball game. Ibufimi back into the contest for Bluefield as the Rams take the ball right to left. Trent Dunn at the top of the arc goes inside the paint, finds some separation, missed the layup though from the right end. Picked down quickly by Doss, bounces on the right side for Dantzler, who scores on a layup. It's a 1-point game with 14 seconds left to go in the first half. 10 seconds now, Rams up 36-35. Right to left they go. Dunn off a screen, enters the paint, swings up a layup, and it's good right at the buzzer on the reverse effort. 38-35, Bluefield leading by only 3. CIU has made this a good one. When we come back, a quick halftime update here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Rams led by as much as 14 in the first half, but Columbia International ending on a bit of a run, cutting it down to 38-35 after the first period of play here in Bluefield. Welcome back to the Dome, everybody. My name is Bailey Engel. We're glad to have you with us for a big-time AAC matchup. Rams trying to move to 5-0 on the season, while Columbia International just trying to get to 500. Right now they're at 2-3, led by their scorer and Corey Benton, who has 10. And for Bluefield, an array of scores. Nobody in double figures yet. Naquan Cousins has 8. Rams are just shooting 41% from the field, and pretty much identical to what Columbia International is doing. They are 4 of 14, though, from beyond the arc, and the Rams are 5 of 14. So both teams haven't been as great at shooting the threes as they could be, and that is why this one is close, 38-35. Rams have turned the ball over 4 times, and Columbia International, their Rams have only turned the ball over, or rather they have turned the ball over a bit more, 7 times in this one. Bluefield getting out-rebounded in this one, though, 24-19. Big part of that, McElwain winning those battles down low. He has 7 total rebounds, and Donnell Gooch for Bluefield, all he has is just 1 rebound on the day so far. Rams going to try to rectify that when we come back, just about 5 minutes away from the start of the second half. Bluefield leading by 3. It's 38-35. Ready for the start of the second half. Bluefield leading CIU by a score of 38-35. Can they hang on for 20 more minutes and go to 5-0 on the season? On the far corner, Benton, the leading scorer, as his pass picked away, and it's rolled out towards the right wing as McElwain picks it up. Grove nearly had it moving in transition. Doss on the left wing feeds over to Shamble in the corner, swings it inside the paint. Now under pressure. Top of the key pass to Benton. Dishes on the right end with 16 to shoot. 38-35. Brandon Doss comes into the paint. Pass in the corner. Swung back into play by Benton. And it's picked out by Grove. Rams moving into transition. Jorge Concepcion out by Doss as he was trying for that little jump layup under the basket. Ball went into the rim and knocked out, but now Bluefield will have two shots for Concepcion. That's the first foul call on Brandon Doss game, and the first foul of the second half at 9:21 left to go in the ball game. Concepcion shoots his first, the ball swirls out, and a miss. Bluefield a little cold there in the first half, led by as much as 14. CIU cut it down to a 1-point game before Trent John hit a layup there at the end. So Concepcion's second shot goes in. 39-35. Shamble gallops the ball over on the left side, hands it off to Benton. Good crossover dribble as he drives in. Underhand McElwain double team, zips to the top of the key. Hurta launches a three. Back iron miss and a rebound for Taekwon Reed. Bluefield has it back out going left to right. And the white jerseys up against Columbia International wearing yellow as well as navy blue. Coming from Columbia, South Carolina, could be a long drive home. They're not able to come back and take this lead. Taekwon Reed zips it out to the left wing for Jorge Concepcion. Bounces to Jenkins and returns it to Concepcion. 8 to shoot. Concepcion shoots from the free throw line. Nothing but net. And he has Bluefield's first 3 points of the second half. 41-35. Rams lead by 6. And Columbia International advance here as McElwain has the entry pass, turns around and rolls it off of his right hand. Makes it a 4-point game once again, 41-37. 18:20 left as Jeremiah Jenkins halts towards that Rams logo. Passes in the far corner. Concepcion steps into a triple and swishes. 44-37, right back to a 7-point game. Bluefield leading. Shamble working the ball around the arc. Now in the corner for Hurta. One arm pass to Benton. Jumps for 3 and switches again. 44-40. 17:55. We're seeing all kinds of shots fall for both teams. Jenkins flashes up a new offense and swings it over into the right wing for Brandon Shields. Underhands Taekwon Reed, enters the paint, shoots, and scores on the mid-range. 46-40, Rams up by 6. Going right to left, Benton hands it off for Hurta. Rams trying to counter some of these big offensive blows here with some good defense. 17:24 left to go. Doss steps into a triple and rattles it in. Back to a 3-point game again. Both teams heating up from beyond the arc, 46-43. And all Jenkins can do as he takes the ball up is smile. Passes to Shields, the freshman from West Virginia, who gives it back up towards the top for Taekwon Reed. Rams looking for an open shooter now as Concepcion fires from 18 feet, and he is feeling it in the second half. 48-43. A long 2 for the senior from the 7.57. 16:50 left to go. Now going inside, Benton, the floater rattles away, no good, and Brandon Shields wrestles away a rebound. 48-43, Rams leading by 5. Jenkins underhands Taekwon Reed, a hard jab step off the pump fake. He's rejected inside the paint by McElwain. Here comes CIU in transition. Shamble slipped up, gathered himself, and hit the floater. Back down to a 3-point game. 48-45, 16:20 left on the clock. Jenkins off the screen, goes to the right elbow, shoots, and drills the shot from 15 feet away. 50-45, not much defense played by either team here. Rams up by 5 again. Hurta steps into a 3 and hits it. Something was in the water at halftime for both teams, 50-48. Rams up by 2. All of this being done from beyond the arc. Gotta wonder when either team will cool off. Jorge Concepcion has it in the corner, swings left wing. Jeremiah Jenkins, another head fake, zips a corner past Brandon Shields, lobs up a three, off the mark, rebounded by CIU's McElwain. And the CIU Rams take the lead here or tie it up. Doss fires a pass onto the left side for Shamble. Around the arc they go. Benton, a far corner three, no good. Trying to get the lead there, followed his shot and got the rebound with the foul as Jeremiah Jenkins will go into the books for, I believe, the second time in this game. New players in. Bennett, Spalding, as well as Dantzler coming in for CIU. Rams send out Shields and bring Naquan Cousins back into the game. So Doss finds an open Herta, launches a three, and nails it in the corner. 51-50. CIU has taken the lead back in the second half. 15-20 left to go on this one. Jeremiah Jenkins on a crossover dribble, stumbles and underhands in the near corner for Naquan Cousins. Could be the X factor, drives right baseline. Foul is called, and it's going to be a block on Herta. Just the second foul, so there will not be any shot or free shots from the free throw line. First foul on Herta. They're going to mop up some of that sweat. They're slipping up on the right block. It'll be an inbounds pass for Jeremiah Jenkins. (51-50). And this is an all-out effort to get this sweat up. It's hot in here today. So the mopping duties are done. And Jeremiah Jenkins ready to inbound, swings it onto the right side. Concepcion shoots a long mid-range there. Takes the lead right back, 52-51 from the right side. Here comes Dantzler, swings it across the court to Herta, underhands, trying to find Spalding. Instead, it's stolen by Naquan Cousins. And a break in the time here. Jorge Concepcion wanted help off of the court, and he will get it. Olatunji Ibafemi back into the game. So Concepcion goes on the bench, will get some help. Rams taking the ball left to right, 52-51. They lead by just 1 point. Trying to go undefeated. Taekwon Reed passes top of the key. Ibafemi dishes on the right end for Jeremiah Jenkins. After a moment, shoots a three and is fouled on the right wing triple. Almost made it a 4-point play, but the ball clunked off of the left side of the rim. Now Jeremiah Jenkins will have 3 shots from the free throw line. Meanwhile, that's the 4th foul on CIU. So Jenkins has 3. See if he can convert here. Does so on the first one, rings the rim. Makes it 53-51. Rams in the white jerseys, now an Adidas school, up against CIU wearing those Nike yellow jerseys. Have a couple of stripes on their jerseys on the sides. As Jenkins lobs it up and hits his second of 2, or second of 3, I should say. (54-51). Naquan Cousins brought in as a potential rebounder on the right side. Last free throw for Jenkins. Hits all 3. Big time conversion there, 55-51. Clock is stopped at 14:46. By the way, only 3 fouls on CIU. They got that rectified. Benton almost walked in the right wing as he was taking the ball across midcourt. That hard stutter step there, 14.5 minutes. Bennett Jr. matched up with Taekwon Reed. Goes towards the top, swings it over to Dantzler, returns Bennett, top of the arc, steps in for a pass, and now he dishes it right back to the point guard. Dantzler and Bennett trading the ball around. 4 seconds to shoot. Benton has to shoot a 3, misses from the left wing, but here comes Dantzler with an offensive board to reset the shot clock for CIU. They have taken their time on these possessions, 55-51. 14 minutes left. Bennett towards the top of the arc. Chest pass to Benton. Returns back to Bennett, top of the arc. He shoots for 3, and it swirls through the cup and falls. It's 55-54. A 1-point game, 55-54. Another scoreboard malfunction, added it to the wrong team. Here's Jenkins going into the left side, returns top of the arc. Naquan Cousins gallops in the lane, shoots, and scores, and one. Naquan Cousins bringing the physical nature, gets hacked onto the right side of the paint, and drills home a shot. Makes it 57-54. That's some communication. That's a foul called on Kyron Bolden, his first. Or team foul. Naquan Cousins bends the knees, lobs it up, and completes the three-point play. Timeout called, and now the Rams with 13:37 left in the game lead by a score of 58-55.
So wait, it's 58-54? What the hell are they doing down there?
After another scoreboard debacle, Rams lead 58-54, up by 4. CIU has made this a ball game, going right to left. Here comes Bennett storming into the lane, swings it out top of the key. Dantzler passes in the corner for Shamble, trying to find help. Rather, that's Bolden, as his pass is tipped into the hands of Bennett in the far corner. 13:20 left to go in the game. Pass towards the top of the key, and Benton will slow it down. 10 to shoot. Starts the sprint on the left side, gallops towards the basket, misses the left shot, or the left-handed shot, and then Spalding puts it down with his left hand. Makes it 58-56, a 2-point game once again. Jenkins hopes for a handoff. Wright is into the game once again. Out of the left wing, Taekwon Reed, a shimmy shake move. Pops from 17, misses, but he's fouled. That's going to be on Dantzler. 2 shots. Well, Bluefield, if they hit these free throws down the stretch, it's going to be a big factor in this game. That's already the 5th foul on CIU, and Taekwon Reed with a couple of shots here could make it 60-56. Reed, left-handed shooter. His first. Just pops out. .55 left to go in the game. Reed tries to hit the second of 2, misses them both. Ball goes back to CIU, trying to tie it up or take the lead here. 12:50 left in this one. Bennett storms into the corner, slipped up, ball hit the ground, and then it's picked up by Spalding. So Spalding swings it onto the right side for Shamble, up tight with Kevin Wright. Now he swings, dishes into the paint, and is fouled on the layup. 12:38 left in this one. It'll be 2 shots. That's the first foul on Wright. Oh, Shamble goes to the line. Shamble, just a freshman from Willingboro, New Jersey. His first shot right through. 58-57 the score. Second shot, no good, rebounded by Tatum. So here comes Bluefield in transition, up by just one, 58-57, led by as much as 14 in the first half. Tatum kicks it onto the right end for Jeremiah Jenkins. Jenkins decides to drive in, floats from 5, misses the shot, no rebound for Bluefield as Holden picks it away. That's Bolden as he takes the ball into the right wing, underhands, right, scooping the ball off of the foot of Shamble, and it goes out of bounds on the far sideline. Great hustle play for Wright to give Bluefield the ball back with a 1-point lead, up 58-57 with 12:14 left to go. Gonna bring back in Wright. Already has a dunk in the first half, a couple of clutch rebounds for Bluefield of 58-57. Wright hopes for someone to pass it to as he goes towards the top of the key. Swings over to Tatum, a right wing three, right through the threads. 61-57, a 4-point lead for the Rams. Under 12 minutes left to play now. Here comes Chamble driving into the lane, scoops with a left hand, and scores. Found the lane, a good Euro step, made it another 2-point game. 61-59, hard dribbles for Jeremiah Jenkins, pops from the left elbow, drains the shot. 63-59, 11:37 left to go now. Rams and CIU, they get in these rhythms where both of them can't score and then they just can't stop scoring. Bolden underhands Bennett at the top of the arc, gallops a pass over to Doss, returns Bennett in the near corner, goes down the baseline, gets some pressure, and he's bumped down to the floor. Combination of Ben Grove as well as Kevin Wright. See, they booked that foul on. It'll be the third foul for Bluefield, and it's going to go on Grove, his second. 11:20 in this one. And the first shot goes for Bennett. Rams 4-0, playing in a tough little swing. They were in Ohio last night. They come back to play Columbia International at home today, and then they have to go to Georgia in 3 days. As that second shot is missed, Wright wrestling for the rebound and bumping into Bennett. That's going to be a foul on Bennett. Already the 6th foul. Rams 1 away from the bonus here. 11:18 left to go. Second foul on Bennett. So here comes Bluefield with a 3-point lead, 63-60. Jenkins taking his time as he walks the ball across the logo. Just a 1-possession game for Bluefield. They have stalled out a bit. This is a high-scoring contest. Wright passes on to the left wing for Tatum. Hopes for another option as he bounces left elbow Grove. Entry pass Naquan Cousins. He's into a double team now. Backs towards the rim. Hooks with the left hand and bounces it in. 65-60, a 5-point lead for the Rams again. 10:47 in the game. See if CIU can answer here. Chamble, his entry pass is tipped, but it's a foul called on Wright. Now, rather, that's going to go on Ben Grove, who was fouling down low. Tons of fouls in this game. 10 total fouls in the second half, and we have not played half of the second half. Entry pass goes straight to Herta, rather the baseline inbounds, and now the pass can't be a pass as it's rebounded by Tatum. Here he comes on the transition. Jeremiah Jenkins fires a three. You betcha. 68-60, a three from the right wing. Good feed by Tatum there. Going back right to left. Can Herta make something happen here, as well as the rest of CIU? Bit of a mismatch down low. They recognize that. Entry pass to McElwain, and another foul going on Ben Grove. That'll be his third. So McElwain's going to the free throw line, and Bluefield. They can just not find a way to stop this big man. And CIU is just shooting way too many threes. If they fed it down low, this would be a little bit of a closer game. McElwain hits the first free throw. Makes it a 7-point game, 68-61. Donnell Gooch back in. Grove goes out with 3 fouls. Takes his time with 10:14 left to go in the game. And he hits both. 6-point game now, 68-62. Rams taking it left to right with Jeremiah Jenkins galloping across midcourt. Stands out in the right wing, hoping for an offense to brandish itself here. Around the arc they go. Tatum on a head fake, steps back in the left wing. And underhands Naquan Cousins, top of the circle. Swings it in the near corner for Jeremiah Jenkins with 14 to shoot. Backs up over to Naquan Cousins. Around that arc they go as Naquan Cousins goes onto the right side, fires a mid-range, off the mark, rebound McElwain. Back into the hands of CIU with 9:45 left in this one. Here comes Doss onto the right end, underhands into the right wing for Benton, spins his way to the hoop, and the layup goes with a foul. 9:39 left in the game, and CIU refuses to quit. 68-64. Taekwon Reed back into the game for Jeremiah Jenkins. By the way, that's the first foul on Donnell Gooch. 16 foul. Halts the clock at 9:39. Benton, his free throw, tickles the twine. 68-65. 3-point game. Rams have held on to that lead for dear life. Got to give it to them. They have not surrendered yet. Right in the right wing. Steps up, almost walked. Entry past Donnell Gooch, wasn't expecting it. Underhands it back to Tatum. Shoots from the left elbow, and the shot pops out. But he's fouled, so he'll go right back to the charity stripe. And Tatum will go to the line. Isaiah Tatum, freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina. That is kind of the basket of players that Bluefield really goes to in Raleigh. Naquan Cousins as well as Taekwon Reed. First free throw pops out though, and the score stays at 68-65. Second shot for Tatum, he missed them both. Benton comes away with the ball with 9:20 left to play. CIU is down by 3, 68-65. Herta passes in the far corner. Doss, that small point guard, has no help and has to put it back on the floor. Swings it all around the arc as Benton has it now in the left wing with 13 to shoot. Passes top of the key to Doss, dishes on the right end, and Herta's entry pass is tipped out by Naquan Cousins. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Shamble trying to lose his way into the paint. Tipped up by Taekwon Reed. Got it back, and the ball is tipped out. Still loose. Ball's popped straight in the air in the backcourt for Bluefield, and Shamble has it. Taekwon Reed is down, and play keeps on going. Shamble has it in the top of the arc, and now a whistle. And Taekwon Reed is down. Tony Stockman not excited. And the Rams, CIU at least, was trying to go straight down to the floor and try to score here. So we'll take a break. Taekwon Reed being 10-2 now. Rams up by 3, 68-65 with 8:42 left. So Taekwon Reed goes to the bench with an injury. Rams have had a couple of bumped up players. Jorge Concepcion at one point. Remember, David Tripp is also on crutches. He is not dressed for this game. 68-65, an entry pass towards the free throw line. Doss has to put it out towards the corner. Chamble goes baseline. His layup is no good, but he's fouled on the reverse effort. Another foul. That'll be the 7th on Bluefield. Both teams are going to be well into the double bonus soon. It's going to be 2 shots for Chamble. I'm going to bring this kid with a mop. And some of these sweat breaks have taken about 2 minutes too long. And that's a relatively quick one. Or is it? Nope, he's called right back onto the floor to keep mopping. Folks, we have had just about everything to stop this game today. Scoreboard, mopping. Now Chamble ready to shoot 2. 68-65, Bluefield leading by 3. And after that first shot, the score remains the same. Ball popped out. Chamble, the freshman, shoots again. Hits the second. Back down to a 2-point game, 68-66. Jorge Concepcion re-enters. Jeremiah Jenkins came in for Taekwon Reed after that injury. 8.5 minutes to play. CIU fired up. They have led by at least 1 in the second half. Gooch returns Naquan Cousins, dribbles into the lane, and stuffs it in off of the left hand. Fast little play for Bluefield, 70-66. Naquan Cousins just zigzagging his way to the hoop. So here's Benton at the top of the key for CIU. A crossover dribble, passes in the left wing. Herta chucks up a 3, misses from the left side as the rebound is corralled in eventually by Isaiah Tatum. 70-66, Rams up by 4. Tatum underhands over to Naquan Cousins. Another crossover dribble, feeds it on the baseline to Tatum. Goes out, pumps a pass to Concepcion, fires a 3 from the right wing, and it rattles away. 70-66, the score stays after the triple is missed by the senior. Here comes Chamble, passes into the left side for Herta, cross-court lob for Benton, fires a 3, misses, and the ball bounces over top of the backboard. 7:31 left in this one. Spalding checking back in, as well as Bennett for CIU. 7.5 minutes to go. Inbounds pass for Jeremiah Jenkins, the freshman forced, or rather, the sophomore forced to command the floor for Bluefield now. Clock is ticking inside of 7:20. Naquan Cousins hoping for a backdoor cut, instead hands it off to Jeremiah Jenkins. Returns Cousins, little tip pass down low to Donnell Gooch. Ugly layup, trying to get the putback to fall, and the big man stuffs it back in. 72-66, Rams back up by 6. 7:05 left to go. Benton passes to Dantzler. Now a pump fake from the guard, and Herta around the arc they go. Benton drives left baseline, gets some contact, and tries to drill it home with that layup. He misses, but it's a foul called. Both teams are just forcing their way towards the free throw line with 6:56 left to go. That's the 3rd foul on Donnell Gooch. All being done in the second half. And a team 8th for Bluefield. Benton, it's the first free throw. Now for Benton, he awaits. 72-67 the score. Second shot, and he hit both free throws. Back down to a 4-point game. Rams up 72-68, 6:50 and counting in this one. Dangerous one for Bluefield, trying to go to 5-0 on the season. Now Tatum pumps a 3 and drains it with a foul in the right wing. Richard Morgan right there to help him up, and he's going to try for the old-fashioned 4-point play. This could be a huge swing for Bluefield. All of a sudden, they're up by 7. And mopping duty once again. Might need to get a new mop. Shot for Tatum, 4-point play. Timeout called. Rams lead by 8 with 6:44 left in this one. Big and one for Bluefield. Inbounds pass for CIU. They find themselves down to Bluefield by 8 points, 76-68. Crunch time starting here with 6 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. Bennett travels the ball into the left side, hands it off to Spansler. Now Benton fires a 3, misses. Tipped in the air and clapped in by Naquan Cousins for Bluefield. Rams moving in transition, and the Hail Mary pass goes over the head of Jorge Concepcion. They were trying to rush that there. By Jenkins and him just not clicking right now. Open for someone to step up to the ball. Taking the ball right to left. Rams looking for a man-to-man defensive look here. Naquan Cousins matched up with Benton into the left side. Donnell Gooch picks him up. Benton, a hard crossover dribbles, enters the lane, shoots, misses. Ball is wrestled, going towards the baseline. Benton got it. It's blocked away by Gooch. Spalding on another chance, and Gooch gets 2 blocks in 1 possession. 76-68, under 6 minutes to go. Another alley-oop, and Naquan Cousins jumps up and slams it in. 78-68. Timeout called by CIU, and that might be the big momentum swing Bluefield wants. 5:45 left in this one, and a 10-point game for Bluefield. The alley-oop put some energy in the faces of Bluefield, up by 10 for the first time since the first half. And CIU answer now as they have possession. Bennett lost the ball on the right wing, got it back as the ball started to roll towards the timeline. 5.5 minutes to go, now 10 to shoot for Bennett, hoping for someone to cut in. Goes on the left side, underhands a pass to Dantzler, range is back, 5 seconds on the shot clock now. Dantzler has to shoot for 3, misses, ball is rebounded by Cousins. Boy, he's been everywhere. 78-68, Rams up by 10, and Jenkins backs up to slow it down towards the logo. That alley-oop really swung the game the way of Bluefield. Donnell Gooch underhands Naquan Cousins. He goes back to the rim and scoops and scores with a left hand. Rams going back in their same defensive look, up 80-68, starting to pull ahead in this one. Another bad layup on the other end for Dawes. And the ball was pumped out of bounds off of right. Rams have looked for a couple of rim rockers so far. 540, or rather 452 in this one. Lobs the pass in off the inbounds. It rolls loose towards the right wing. 4:45 left to go in the game. Here comes Herta sprinting down the lane. He tries to lob it up, and it's not converted by McElwain. Here comes Bluefield with numbers, 5 on 4. Passes in the corner. Tatum shoots for 3 and misses. It's tipped in the air by Taekwon Reed, who's back into the game. Goes back down to the floor. Doss, Euro step, swings to the left wing. Herta doesn't like what he sees. Underhands to Bennett, and he drills a tray. From the left wing, it stays now back down to a single-digit lead, 80-71, with 4:18 left to go, and Jeremiah Jenkins waits and goes back towards midcourt. Rams going against that man-to-man. Slowing it down, hoping for a way to try to get an open look. Donnell Gooch from 17 feet out, claps the ball back in, underhands Jenkins, steps to a 3, and swishes from the right wing. 83-71, an 8-point lead for Bluefield. Or rather, a 12-point lead. My mistake. Going back down the other end. It's blocked by Taekwon Reed. Gabbles up the pieces. Doss hits the 3 with the foul in the corner. Another foul. All kinds of fouls. This has been a physical matchup. The coach gets a quick time huddle with his team. I'm pretty sure you shouldn't be able to do that. 83-71. Should now be 83-75. Should be a 4-point play. 3.5 minutes to go. Pass towards the top of the key. Donnell Gooch picks it back up. Underhands back to Naekwon Cousins. Elevates towards the rim and scoops it in. 85-75, back to a 10-point lead for Bluefield. 3:20 left to go in this one. Underhanded pass to Dantzler, who swishes a 3 from the near corner. Back down to 7 points. 85-78, 3:10 left in this one. Bluefield walking the ball across midcourt. By Jenkins on a left-handed dribble. Passes towards the top of the key. Tatum goes into the left wing again, trying to hope for help. This has been a stout man-to-man defense in these past couple of possessions. As Jeremiah Jenkins finds space, misses the 3, and Naekwon Cousins, who else but him, coming out of nowhere and tipping the ball right back in on the dunk. 87-78. Rams trying to score 100. They've done that once this season against Point. Had to take them to overtime. Rams trying to do it in regulation. A little over 2.5 minutes to play, and a foul is called off of the ball on Donnell Gooch. That'll be his 4th foul. 10th team foul, so now in the double bonus. (87-78). And 2 shots from McElwain. First one goes right in. McElwain waits. Second shot, good. 87-80, a 7-point game again. Rams waiting to inbound. CIU not done yet. 2.5 minutes to play. Cousins swings the ball in. So that 4-point play certainly brought CIU back into it. Passes the ball across midcourt. Tip back into right, dish down low. And Ben Grove lays it in with the right hand. Great execution there for Bluefield on these little tip passes. 9-point lead. Entry pass down low on the right block, puts it on the deck, hooks with the right hand and misses. Good defense by Grove as McElwain could not convert there. Jenkins has to lob it cross court. Cousins gets it across midcourt and bounces to Jenkins. Lob across the court on the far side to Taekwon Reed. 2 minutes flat left to go, and the Rams slow it down. Jenkins at the top out of a double team. Passes on the left side. A hard fake from Taekwon Reed. Goes into the lane, splits the defenders, scoops and scores. Back up 91-80. Rams up by 11. Benton passes in the far corner and gets it back as Stanzler feeds him, and a three is hit. 91-83. CIU staying in this one. It's an 8-point game. Bluefield leading. Rams trying to keep their lead here, 91-83, a minute 40, but CIU has refused to go down. Full court press. Rams get it towards halfway of that backcourt as Jeremiah Jenkins finally gets it across the midcourt line. Rams trying to deal with these double teams as Grove has it in the left elbow now, returns top towards the logo for Jeremiah Jenkins, and a foul is called that will send Jenkins to the line for a 1-and-1. It's going to go on Brandon Doss. That's the 19th foul. Tons of fouls in this second half. Have at least 19 at the moment. (91-83), a minute 23 left in the game. Jenkins shoots and scores. Well, the Rams, if they want to have a clutch free throw shooter down the stretch, it's going to be Jenkins. Makes it 92-83. Jenkins again hits both of the 1-and-1. Back to a 10-point game, 93-83. CIU has to hurry. And across midcourt, it's Dawes. Underhands Bennett in the left wing. Passes up top to Benton, who dishes on the far side for Shamble. Cross-court lob. Dawes steps into a triple. Nothing but net. Back down to a 7-point game again with the clock still rolling at a minute 5. Maya Jenkins has to pick it up. Gets the ball across midcourt. Ibafimi caught it and went out of bounds. 1 minute left to go. Grove goes out. Donnell Gooch matched up with McElwain. 59 seconds, Rams up by 7. Benton almost fouled there, lost the ball, picked it back up, underhanded to Shamble. That pass tipped away by Gooch. Now it's loose. Shamble picks it back up, underhands McElwain. His floater no good. Tip back in the air, still wrestling for it, and it goes back to CIU with 45.2 seconds left to play. Fresh shot clock, Rams leading 93-86. Isaiah Tatum back into the game. Ibafimi goes out. Pass up top, 40 seconds to play. Benton launches a three, swirls and pops out. Rebounded by Tatum, that might be a dagger. Jenkins goes out towards midcourt, doesn't get fouled, passes on the far side. Tatum has it, and he draws a block from Benton. Well, Benton was trying to draw a charge there. And 2 shots ensuing for Tatum with 30.9 seconds left. Third foul on Benton. First shot goes. 94-86. Rams just 30.9 seconds away from starting out the season 5-0. Wasn't always pretty in this one, led by as much as 14 in the first half, got back to a 10-point lead. In the last 5 minutes or so, they have been able to squander any comeback chances as Tatum hits both free throws. A 9-point game once again, 95-86. Inbounds pass is loose, and it's corralled by Herta. Underhands back to Benton, gets across midcourt. Tatum trying to draw a foul, 25 seconds to play. Benton lost the ball, dribbled it out of bounds, and it goes back to Bluefield with a shot clock off and 23.3 seconds left. Rams might not get to the century mark. Cousins pressured on the inbounds, has to throw it in. It's caught by Taekwon Reed, immediately fouled. Jamble was trying to say that he was pushed off on by Taekwon Reed. It's the second foul on Jamble, and Taekwon Reed will go to the line to try to make this a double-digit lead. Reed's first shot, he's got 2. Takes his time and misses the first one. 22.8 seconds left in this long game. Tons of scoring, tons of fouls. Reed ready, his second. It's the second one. 10-point lead for Bluefield, 96-86. Clock running down, 20 seconds. Doss's pass tipped into the corner. Jamble has to launch a 3 and swishes, 16.3 seconds. And a timeout called by CIU. They're not done yet. And 16 seconds away from Bluefield holding on possibly to start undefeated on the year, 5-0.
Everything about this production is awesome. Yeah, they kicked him out.
Maya Jenkins to inbounds. Rams up by 7, 96-89. Jenkins is trying to thread the ball deep down the court. Finds Naquan Cousins and hauls it in, even after the pass interference, if you will. There's going to be a foul on Benton. That's his 4th, and Naquan Cousins will go to the free throw line with 15.5 seconds left to go and also 2 free throws. Fifteen and a half seconds. Cousins shoots and hits the first. So Cousins really the X factor in this one. Manzanese shoots again and hits both. 98-89. An inbounds pass to Dawes. Goes across midcourt, swings it on the right side for Benton. Has to shoot a 3. Off the mark, into the corner, stops the clock again. With 5.7 seconds left. And Jenkins saying he can't run. And the 8:89 passes into Taekwon Reed, an immediate foul. And the Rams have a chance to score 100 points for the second time this season. Well, this last minute, as in so many basketball games, thinking about 25 minutes it feels like. That's the 5th foul on Dawes, so he is fouled out. Bolden comes back in. Taekwon Reed with 2 free throws can give Bluefield That 100 score they're certainly aiming for. Takes his time and misses. So a few of the fans a little upset that Rams did not get to 100 points. Up by 9. Reed shoots again, and the Rams might stick on 99 here. And you call a timeout. Well, that's a good idea with 4.3 seconds left. Have to drop some strategy to try to come back from a 9-point deficit. We're going to be right back. Very strategic timeout with 4.3 seconds left to go. CIU trying to draw something up here to do the impossible and come back from 10 down with 4.3 seconds left. Campbell takes the ball across midcourt. They won't even get a shot off. So now Bluefield goes to 5-0 on the season, an undefeated start for Bluefield College. Now 3-0 in the AAC. Columbia International falls to 2-4 and 1-3 in the conference. A fun day of basketball here in Bluefield. Both teams getting wins, and the Rams men's team off to a superb start this year. So that will do it for our coverage here of Rams basketball here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Once again, reminding you the final score. My name is Bailey Engel, 99-89. Rams improved to 5-0 on the year. Until next time, take it easy, Rams fans.